who are you and where are you from?
I'm Craig Cloutier from Barrington, New Hampshire.
I'm Deb Whitaker from Barrington, New Hampshire, too.
Fantastic. And how did we meet?
We were driving by on my birthday, heading home, and saw this bicycle rider, which I am a bicycle rider as well, like traveling and adventures. He has packs on his bike, and he has a sign on the back, something about story. And I was like, I want to talk to this guy, so let's stop and talk to him.
They pulled off to the side of the road and asked me to tell them a story. And I said, well, I will if you agree to an interview. And that's what's happening. How has the climate changed since you were young?
I'd say quite dramatically. Winters used to be much harsher and longer. And I do enjoy warm weather, but it is very alarming that things are progressively happening this quickly, and a dramatic change in a matter of years, not even decades.
Was there more snow or something this time of year? Or?
Much more snow, colder, longer.
I remember, the thing that comes to my mind is I lived on the top of a mountain for 20 years, kind of off the grid, and in south central New Hampshire. And it was, when we had blizzards on a regular basis, it was, snow up to the top of the doorway. And that was common. I remember, -10, -20. I mean, it got that bad. And I haven't seen a winter like that. So that tells me, and that was, and then going back to when I was a kid in Connecticut, we would get snow on Thanksgiving and we wouldn't think anything of it. That's, now it's November 10th and it's 67 degrees out.
Wow. What does it mean to you personally now? I mean, does it really affect your life, or do you think about it, or how concerned are you about climate change now?
Extremely. Scale of 1 to 10, you said it is a 10. The planet is trying to tell us something. The planet is going through changes, and that we like to think that we don't have to go through the changes with her. We want to keep to the old ways, and that somehow if we close our eyes and stay in denial, it's just going to all go away. And that's part of the problem. And to me, one of the major things that need addressing is that denial. If we're ever going to work together as a community, in all our diverse cultures, to make a difference, we got to stop our own denial first and look within.
Yourself?
I've talked to many people about this subject, and it's hard to break through to people. It's like, well, humans have no effect. What do you mean? This and that. And I've heard the most bizarre, ludicrous things, and I have found a way to break through it very quickly. And part of me, for how I'm going to approach this, but I ask people, do you piss in your well every day? They go, no. I go, what if you did? You'd be drinking piss water. Well, that's cause and effect. We blow carbon into the sky with no regard, not even thinking about it. We pollute rivers, streams, oceans with complete disregard. It's a living planet we live on. It's alive. We're killing it. Why don't we come to terms with that? Why don't we realize this is the beautiful, beautiful planet we have, and at least honor it and take care of it, and honor its beauty and appreciate it, instead of exploit it for short-term dollars. And to get this through to people is very difficult. But I use that story,
right? And
it's gotten through to some of the toughest people that are completely rigid. I was like, well, what do you have? I would drink the water. Well, it's as simple as that. It's not complicated.
You got to find these ways to break through.
and maybe listening to people.
Yeah.
I'm doing
Which
right
is what
now.
you're doing. Absolutely.
And what about the future? What do you think can be done? Some people say that governments have to come together, or federally they have to do more. Some people are saying it's individuals all have to chip in. What is there anything that can be done on our part as individuals, or whatever?
It goes back to what you just said about listening. I think we have to start listening to the earth and listening to the, these are the changes that are coming. And we have to have more forward thinking about what's some place is going to be look like in 50 years. Talk about Florida, right? And then acting accordingly by coming together as a people and coming up with new solutions and new ideas of how to work with those changes. It's the changes here. It's up to us to look for innovative ways. And I think the more we look for creative ways to deal with it, I think we'll find more and more solutions. But if you're stuck in an old mindset where, like I said before, if you're burying your head in the sand, you're not going to find those solutions.
And all of us have an effect every day, every choice we make. What you buy, what you travel in, how you travel, how you live on this planet, whether we honor it or not. It's you could have change. You could make change. I've witnessed change. I've seen forests planted. I've seen deforestation. And it's like, you know what, we could make a conscious choice, and actually we have a moment in time where we could do something about it and change this for the better. If we go too much further down this rabbit hole, there will be no turning back. And I don't think people really realize when you're over the cliff, when there's no turning back, when you're living in a dystopian hellscape, which we're venturing pretty close to that right now. And it doesn't have to be that way. It's like we need to get out of our heads and honor and love the earth and love life. And it's a magical, beautiful, wonderful place. If you know a place better, you should go there today. But
well, here's a new question, and I haven't had it before, but are you hopeful for the future, or do you think we're doomed?
Oh, I'm hopeful. Absolutely. Always hopeful. I think it's a state of being that you have to take if you're going to make change. You're going to make miracles. You're going to make change happen. It's about, to me, as you can tell, I'm passionate about raising consciousness. And so any attitude that says we're doomed, may as well give it up now. I just...
Well, it's a self-fulfilling prophecy.
Yeah.
And you know what? If you believe that, you'll create that. And if you believe you could turn it around, you'll create that as well.
Well, I mean, obviously certain things are going to change, like the storms are getting worse. We saw, another thing that's happened in the last 10 years is we've noticed, the encroachment of the seacoast here in New Hampshire. We're in Maine right now. But
in 10 years, it's dramatically changed.
Yeah, and we've seen that just in the last 10 years. So, I mean, those kind of, the Earth's changing, but then we have to be in flow with that. And I think the more we look at it in that way, we find ways, like I said. I guess I'm repeating this.
All right. I said it'd be a 5-minute interview. And and when you were in the screen, it was for about 5 minutes. Thank you so much today on the 10th of November here in Maine. I don't know where we're at. On your birthday, the 63rd birthday. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.